Spurge here, and today we're going to break down the new Cardo Freecom 2X and 4X comm systems. So what you're going to notice first and foremost is the Cardo Freecom 1 is gone. That is now going to be the Spirit and Spirit HD line. So if you're looking into an entry-level comm system from Cardo, you want to check out our video on the Spirit and the Spirit HD. What you're going to see new for this year is that Cardo has updated the Freecom line to now just include a 2X and a 4X. While they look identical, you can see the 4X is on this Arai helmet over here. The only way you can really tell that they're different at this point is that the 2X is going to be all blacked out and the 4X is going to have that contrasting gray in there. The 4X has always had that jog dial. You're going to see that is now included to an upgraded 2X version. So let's start off with pricing, and then we're going to walk through the features. We'll talk about what's changed, what's stayed the same, as well as the differences between these two units. So first and foremost, if you're watching this video, you want to add a communication system to your helmet. You want to be able to make a phone call, listen to music, or talk rider to rider. So if you're looking at the 4X is now going to be the top of the line in Cardo's Freecom line before you jump up into their PackTalk Bold line, which utilizes mesh technology. If you're not sure what I'm talking about there, definitely check out that video. But these comm systems are still utilizing Bluetooth. It's now Bluetooth 5.0, but that is how they connect to one another. Freecom 4X, this is going to come in around the $270 price for a single unit, $500 for a dual pack. That's up about 20 bucks for the single unit, up about $50 for the dual pack. And then the Freecom 2X is coming in around $210 for the single unit and around 400 bucks for the dual pack. Price increase for the single units up about $40, and then for the dual pack is up about $80. So definitely a price increase that we're seeing with these new units over the previous outgoing Freecoms. So what are we getting? First and foremost, we're getting Bluetooth 5.0, which just offers better connectivity and functionality throughout. When we're looking at a range here, the 4X has a range of about 3/4 of a mile and can connect to 4 people. The 2X has a range of about half a mile and can connect to 2 people. So this is rider to rider. This can do up to a group of 4. Both of these can connect to one non-Cardo unit, so it is open. So if you want to connect to a riding buddy that's using a Cena or another brand comm system, you have one open port to connect outside of that. The only thing to note there is that that will cut down a little bit on the overall range that you're going to see. So the other thing that you're going to see that's been upgraded with this is both units now get the 40mm Jbl speakers. Previously, the 4X did get those JBLs. Now the 2X is going to get those upgraded speakers as well, which just adds to the overall fidelity of the experience that you're getting here. The 2X also gets the jog dial. Again, that's an upgrade. The 4X stays the same. The 4X had that jog dial, but you're now seeing that integrated to this as well. So already you can probably sense that the real upgrades here are coming to the 2X as far as the speakers and that jog dial functionality. What's new for both is going to be live Bluetooth. And really what this is that really the upgrade that you're getting going to the mesh technology in the Bold units is the connectivity. It's just you can connect to more riders. It's easier if you disconnect to get paired back into your group. What live Bluetooth does is it mimics a bit of that functionality. So if you come to a stop sign or you come to a stop red light and your buddy gets blown right through because he either doesn't care about the law or maybe he just is a faster rider than you and hit the yellow while you were stuck behind the red, you get disconnected. That person keeps going. The idea behind live Bluetooth is that when you come back up to that rider, it automatically reconnects. So it kind of limits having to pull over and resync your comm systems. And again, that's really the big functionality upgrade with going to that mesh technology. And so they're trying to integrate a little bit of that into the older Bluetooth tech. And again, that's part of that Bluetooth 5.2 upgrade here is they've now integrated and included what they're calling live Bluetooth. So the other thing that's going to be new for both units, if you pull back this little plastic flap, this is where you now charge it. It is now utilizing USB charging, USB-C charging rather. And this is going to be a fast charge system. So total charge of 13 hours if you're using it. So if you charge it up, you get a runtime of about 13 hours in use. 10 days is going to be your standby time. And then from a fast charging perspective, you can charge this for 20 minutes, and that will give you roughly 2 hours of talk time. So if you are getting ready to go in the morning and you realize your comm system is dead, you can stick it on the charger while you're having your cup of coffee and get you enough of a charge to ride back and forth to work without having to worry about the comm system being dead on you. So just a nice feature for those of us that sometimes forget to charge our comm systems. Now, the one note here, when you think about waterproofing, there were some concerns that with this new design, that this flap would leave the little charging port jeopardized for waterproofing. So there were some folks that went ahead and we pulled this apart, and the plastic little gusset, little rubberized gusset, actually goes on the inside and then around to help seal that off. Now, you could argue that, after, years of use, the water could get into this little charging port and corrode it, but these are still going to be guaranteed waterproof from Cardo. The one note here is that they're no longer tested to IP67. IP67 was that guaranteed waterproof tested certification that the Cardos used to come with. These are no longer, the Freecom line is no longer at this moment being tested for IP67. When we talked to Cardo about this, the representatives did tell us that they are still warrantying them as a waterproof unit. So just keep that in mind. You're no longer going to see the IP67 on there, but Cardo is saying that they are maintaining their warranty as far as holding up that these are going to be waterproof units. So really, when we're finalizing this out, a couple of extra notes here. Both of these are going to have FM radio capability, and both of these will have the Cardo app. So when you're looking at the Cardo app for this, it's going to be compatible with both Android as well as iOS users for you Apple folks out there, and you can control a lot of the functionality through the app. The one main thing that is going to be the advantage for jumping up to the 4X over the 2X is that the 4X gets Cardo's natural voice technology, the 2X doesn't. So what is natural voice technology? If you're new to the comm system line, if you're new to Cardo's, this allows you to use Hey Siri, Hey Google, and do all of your voice commands. So the same way you can use those voice commands with your smartphone, that is integrated into the 4X. This adds a lot of real simplicity to it when you're rolling down the road and you just want to listen to music and it's like, Hey Siri, play Spotify, or Hey Siri, call mom. You're not going to have that with the 2X. The 2X, you're still going to have to make those controls manually. We're using a combination of your cell phone as well as the controls that you have on here. So just keeping in mind that if you do want that extra technology, that is really the big reason for bumping up to the 4X over the 2X. So there's a lot of information here. The Cardo Freecom has been a big player in the world of comm systems for a long time. Cardo has obviously made some really smart changes and upgrades to these, and this was a winner, again, for another year in a row in our Bluetooth gear guide. So really a lot of great functionality from Cardo. This is something that is more affordable than jumping up into the mesh units, but still a lot of great technology here. And I think bang for your buck, if you're looking between the two of these, the 2X is really the unit to go with if you just want to be able to go ahead and play music and talk to one other rider. Bumping up to the 4X is for those of you that maybe have 2 or 3 riders in your pack. You want to be able to listen to music, you want to be able to make phone calls, but you want to be able to have that hands-off capability with that natural voice technology. Again, that's really where I see the upgrade to the 4 coming into play. So there's a lot of information that we're throwing at you. This is really the big overview touch points. If you want all the down and dirty details, make sure you click the info button on your desktop or mobile device. You can head over to the product page. You can read all the different functionality pieces with this. You can even go in and look at instruction manuals and things like that. The other part of that is that you can read other rider reviews, folks that are already out there putting Cardo comm systems through their paces, and you can see what other riders have to say about the Cardo Freecom series. If you are not sure as to which comm system is right for you, please take the time to reach out to one of our customer service representatives. They can walk you through all the different functionality available with the comm system lines to make sure you find the right comm system to match your needs as well as your budget. There are a lot of options out there, and there's a lot of changes going on in the world of comm systems. I feel like every other year or so, there's something new coming out, and if you're just really not sure where to start and you're a bit overwhelmed, definitely reach out to one of our customer service reps, and we can walk you through all of the different options to meet your riding needs. I want to thank you for joining us today for this look at the new Cardo Freecom 2X and 4X comm systems. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.